I will be forever the myth.
You're the king of kings, man.
There's always a pecking order. The little peckers never mess with the big peckers. So I'm a rooster, and he's a chicken, so to speak.
All right, welcome back to the Bodybuilding Legends Podcast. I have my good friend Rick Valente here with us today. He's talking about his new book, My Life's Ride, which I just read about a month ago. And it's all about his journey, his whole life story, really, from growing up in Ansonia, Connecticut, all the way up to moving out to Venice, California, training at Gold's Gym during the Golden Age, and all the people he's met and all the things he's gone through. So, Rick, thanks for joining me on the show again, buddy.
Hey, thank you, man. And I'm glad you wrote your book, because I bought your book and I read it, and it inspired me to start thinking about, I need to write a book about my life, because when I read all the things you were talking about, working out and stuff, I was like, you know, there's so many different ways to work out.
Yeah.
And I think in today's world, the new generation has to try all these different things and see what works for them.
Yeah.
There isn't just one workout that works for everybody.
Yeah, that's true.
Find what works for you.
Yeah.
So I decided I should start writing about that. But like I said earlier, is when I started losing family members and friends, I thought, I got to talk about this too, because I want to give them love and respect.
Yeah.
So that's when I started thinking about, I should talk about my parents, I should talk about my friends. And that's why it took me 10 years to get the book done.
Yeah, 10 years. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm glad.
I talk to a lot of people who I try to get on the show, and I can't tell you how many bodybuilders or people in the industry. And I was like, I want to put you on the show. And they're like, well, let me write my book first. And many of those people have passed away before they ever wrote the book. So it's not easy, especially if you're not a writer. It's not an easy task writing a book, right?
Right. So what I learned to do for me, what worked for me, is I would get a recorder and I would sit down in a nice private area in my house, and I would talk about where I was born.
Okay.
I would talk about, I grew up in Ansonia, Connecticut. I was born in New Haven, Connecticut.
Okay.
I was around gangsters, drug dealers, and bikers. And I talked about that in my book.
Mm-hmm.
They gave me drugs in grammar school.
Yeah.
We were doing mushrooms and smoking pot.
Wow.
And, you know, we all did so many things. And I try to tell the new generation, when you have a passion in your life, it'll help you to achieve it and be in a safer place.
Yeah.
Because so many people, I understand, love cocaine. All these famous guys I hung out with, they all liked cocaine. I understand. And you can't keep doing drugs and succeed in your life's journey.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I talk about in my book, I created a vision board when I was 12 years old.
Yeah.
I don't even know if they call it a vision board back then.
No, they probably did.
Yeah. I was into martial arts, so I created a whole vision board on the wall of all these famous martial arts guys. And every time I looked at it, it made me want to do it even more.
Yeah.
Then I got into working out, and working out really helped me save my life, because I put a huge bunch of the famous bodybuilders on the wall. And whenever I looked at them, it made me work out even harder.
Yeah.
I kept challenging myself. You know, you could be a bodybuilder. Maybe someday you'll be on a cover of a magazine.
Mm-hmm.
It saved my life, because all the friends, I talk about this in my book, I grew up with and I was hanging out with, a lot of them went to prison. A lot of them OD'd on drugs.
Yeah.
A few of them committed suicide.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, one guy I know who was a famous singer, good-looking dude, amazing. He was my brother's best friend. He hung himself at 21 years old. Parents' garage. And my brother, it flipped my brother out, because it was one of his best friends. And I had a neighbor guy that was one of my friends. I guess because of drugs, he put a shotgun in his mouth and blew his head off. And that's when I said to myself, there's got to be more to life than this. I've got to get out of here.
Were you still in Ansonia when all that happened, Rick?
Yes.
Okay.
And I was about 19 years old.
Okay.
A guy named Bobby Levine.
Yeah.
In this little YMCA we were working out in. And he was only around in Ansonia for a year selling Corvettes.
Yeah.
And he said, I can't stand this place. I'm going back to Florida. He gave me his card. He said, if you ever want to get out of here, call me. And about a year later, I did call him because my mom woke me up in the morning and told me, did you know what happened to your friend next door? I said, no, what? She said, Rick, he put a shotgun in his mouth and blew his head off. I'm like, what the fuck? And that's when I said, I got to get out of here. And that's when I called that guy, Bobby.
Yeah.
And I, hey, man, do you remember you told me if I ever wanted to come to Florida, you said I could? He goes, absolutely. Come on down. So Florida back then, bro,
that was the 80s, right? In the 80s?
It was 1979,
79, okay.
81,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
82.
Yeah.
It was magic, bro.
Yeah.
There were so many beautiful girls there.
Yeah, yeah.
I worked at a place called Summers. It was an amazing club. And all the kids, I guess the college was called, when they all go on vacation, there was 300,000 kids who came down.
Yeah.
And they all come to all these clubs. And
This was Fort Lauderdale, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Fort Lauderdale spring break was insane.
Oh, it was magic back then.
Yeah, yeah.
It really was. I had so much fun.
Yeah.
And then the two people who own the Summers Club, they put on a bodybuilding show in the club.
Yeah.
And they kept telling me, you need to get up there. You need to get up there. So I did. It was the first contest of my life.
And I kind of club.
And I won it. I couldn't believe I won it. But see, that's what motivated me to get into real bodybuilding.
Okay. Yeah, I want to go back to the beginning of the book, Rick, because I thought that was probably my favorite part of the book was growing up in Ansonia and Connecticut. I didn't know, I've known you for years, but I didn't know you grew up in that environment and, the Italian parents and, it was a beautiful like family and great upbringing.
My father had 5 brothers.
Yeah.
They ran an Italian club, St. Sebastian Italian Club. He
Yeah.
used to take me there when I was a little kid. And, I did the same thing you watched in those movies of all the fucking Italian guys. It was
Right.
I was blessed. It was magic. It really was. And I talk about this in my book that my freshman year, my first time at the bus stop, I had to walk to the bus stop near my house. And when I got there, this tall guy who was a junior, he was a few years older than me. I was 15. He must have been 17. He came up to me and he goes, hey, man, today's your first day? I go, yeah. He sucker punched me. He dropped me, he spit on me, and he said, fuck you and your mother. I was like shocked. And they all laughed at me. The bus came, they got on the bus, and I laid there. And I got up and walked home, and I was just thinking, I've got to do something against this guy. My brother, who was 4 years older than me, he came home. He goes, I heard what happened. You got to do something about this because if you don't, you're going to get abused every day, Rick. So I talk about this in my book. I took apart the dumbbells back then. We had them when they were cement covered in plastic.
Yeah.
I took it all apart, took that thick bar, put it up my sleeve. Next day, I walked to the bus stop. I saw the guy. I walked right over to him and I said, hey, what'd you say about my mother? And before he could say anything, bam, I hit that son of a bitch right in the temple, dropped him. And from that day on, all I got was, hi, Rick, how's your mom? Everybody gave me respect. And I know that's crazy, bro, but
this was freshman year, first day of school.
When you grow up in an area where a lot of people fight all the time, you have to learn how to fight.
Yeah. Was Ansonia a small town?
Yes.
Okay.
It's about 15 minutes outside of New Haven, Connecticut.
Okay.
Yeah. And unfortunately, there was a lot of bikers, a lot of drug dealers, a lot of gangsters. And that's what was around us.
Yeah, you talk about how like everybody was doing drugs at a young age.
Yeah. Because there was a lot of drug dealers there.
Yeah.
They were giving us mushrooms in grammar school, bro.
Wow.
You eat a little mushroom, it felt good. You're like, wow. But see, smoking pot. And then when you got into high school, we did every drug you can mention, except for heroin. I never did heroin.
Yeah.
And I talk about this in my book. My best friend, I told him when I'm going to go, Jimmy Vane, I said, when I'm going to go to Florida, bro, you got to come visit me. He goes, I will. We played football together. We hung around since grammar school. And in grammar school, this kid threw a football, hit me in the back of the head. I turned around. They laughed at me and said, "Fuck you." And so I had to fight them. So it was two guys against me. And this guy, Jimmy Vane, came running out of nowhere. I didn't even know who he was. He was an Italian guy. He started fighting these guys, and we became best friends. We hung around all the time. We hung around in high school. We played football together.
Yeah.
We did so many great things. He was a good-looking Italian kid. And when I left and I told him, "You got to come visit me in Florida, bro." He goes, "I'm going to do it." And when I left, bro, he started hanging around with this drug dealer. He got him into heroin. And my mother called me one day. I don't even want to start crying. She told me her mother found her in bed with a needle in his arm. Heroin. 21 years old, dead.
Damn.
And this is what I talk about in my book because I want to help this new generation understand you can't keep doing all kinds of drugs.
Yeah, yeah.
And I know the world's different now and everybody does all these different things. God bless you. Every day you wake up, thank God you got another day and do what makes you happy.
Yeah.
And if you try to be a positive energy guy, I think people might enjoy that because today's world is so different now, bro, where so many things don't make sense. And I think a lot of people have to understand we all have to train our mind as much as our body now because the news, you watch the news, you're like, and I think that's put down so many people because their thoughts create their feelings create their actions.
Yeah.
So here in California, when you're driving your car, people are tooting the horn, screaming at you, yelling. It's just weird, bro.
Yeah,
we homeless here in the streets with signs. They need money. They say every day of your life here, you see this stuff. And that's why I'm thinking to come with you, bro. I've been here 44 years.
I know, a long time.
Oh, it was magic in the 80s and 90s.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I want to talk about that too. So when you were growing up in Ansonia, and you're surrounded by, everybody's taking drugs, you're jumping in that, your brother. What made you get into the fitness life? Was it the martial arts first or was it bodybuilding?
It was the martial arts first because as a little kid, I always watched all these shows on TV where I could watch these karate shows. Bruce Lee and all these others. I'd be like, wow.
Yeah.
Because I was a little skinny kid, I started taking karate classes.
Okay.
Learned all these things, and it was really cool because it helps you defend yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
And it helps you learn about so many things. So for me, it helped me get into it, and then I got into working out with weights. And
now, did your brother have weights at home or something?
No, my brother was a good-looking stud, man. He had girls all over him, and unfortunately, I talk about this in my book. He worked in this factory, and the machine fell on him, and it destroyed his leg.
Oh, yeah.
Surgery, and after the surgery, he was on drugs, and unfortunately, he got into heroin.
Oh,
heroin ruined his life, and it breaks my heart because he was a good-looking stud, 4 years older than me, and
you probably looked up to him.
Oh, he motivated me. When I was a little kid, he did all kinds of things for me. So
it was then your idea really to get the weights going, right? To start with the weights. So okay. Did that come from the martial arts where you were like motivated from some of the physiques of those guys?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
They all looked good. I was a skinny little kid. I didn't look good at all.
Yeah.
And I just had to do it. I was challenged, in the neighborhood I lived in. I was a skinny little kid.
So when you got into the fitness lifestyle, Rick, and you're working out and you're doing the martial arts first, then you're working out, building your body, you had the vision board of all the bodybuilders but you still were going like back and forth with the drugs, right? It wasn't like, this is my fitness lifestyle, I'm done with that. You were still like going.
No, because all the guys I hung out with, we'd always go to clubs and we'd do some coke and we'd do this and that. And that's when I told you one time I went out with my friends. We did some coke. We went to this movie, and we got kicked out because we were high on drugs. And that's the next day when I woke up. My mother told me,
"Oh, okay.
Your friend next door blew his head off."
Okay. And then you knew you had to get out of there.
That's what I said to myself.
Yeah.
I said, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
There's gotta be more to life than this.
Right.
That's when I moved to Florida. The 3 years there were magic.
Yeah. Yeah. One of the things I really noticed in your book, Rick, was all these people you met kind of guided your life. You know, like that guy who was selling Corvettes in Florida, or he was in Ansonia, but then he was from Florida and he gave you the card and then you went out there and you lived with him, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. He was.
What were you doing? What were you doing for a living at first? Working at that club?
No, the first thing I did, he worked at a gym. He gave me the gym.
Okay.
People.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I visited Florida. I think it was in the early 80s. And it was crazy back then. It was just, you know, you're right. It was totally different world than it is today. Fort Lauderdale. Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I spent 3 years there and it was amazing to me.
3 years in Florida? Okay.
Yeah. I entered a few shows. I won one, the Gold Coast, and another one, took third in Mr. Florida. And I knew to come to Gold's Gym in Venice. Because that's
what motivated you to get out of Florida and go to California?
Well, because I wanted to enter the Mr. California.
Okay.
I knew Gold's Gym back then really was the Mecca of bodybuilding.
Yeah.
You walked into Gold's Gym. I moved here in 1982. When you walked in, it was like not only the best bodybuilders, actors, rock stars, hockey players, basketball, football players, and they'd all train with you, talk to you, and it was so cool. Growing up, I'd see these actors and westerns and stuff, and all of a sudden they're there. Oh, it was amazing, bro. It was. I'm telling you, 80s and 90s was the best, most amazing gym in the world. I don't know if there'll ever be another gym like that because I don't know if all these superstar people would come because I know the new generation is all obsessed with their phones. I understand. They in the gym, they're all looking at their phones, working out.
Yeah.
It's different now. If you say, "Can I work in?" They go, "No, I just started."
Yeah, they don't know what that means.
And then I use another machine, and then I come back 10, 15 minutes later, and they're still on the machine looking at their phone.
Right. Yeah. So did you run into somebody in Florida who was from California, or did you know a bodybuilder?
No.
You just kind of knew about California from the magazines.
Yes, exactly right. I just knew Gold's Gym Venice was the Mecca, the best bodybuilders in the world were there. I had to be there to enter Mr. California.
What motivated you to want to win the California?
Well, the first show was Mr. Los Angeles.
Okay.
I won the light heavyweight class there, and it was magic to me. I couldn't believe it. And then I got on the cover of a magazine. In my mind, when I was a little kid, I always thought someday I might be able to get on the cover of a magazine.
Was that Flex magazine, Rick?
Yes.
Yeah, the one Rick Wayne put you on?
Rick Wayne. And in fact, backstage, I talk about this in my book. When I couldn't believe when I won that class, he came up to me backstage. And I just said, "Hey, I'm a big fan of yours." He goes, "I'm a fan of yours, Rick." Wow. He goes, "Listen, I want to do something for you." I go, "Really? What?" He goes, "I want to put you in the cover of a magazine. Flex." I go, "Really?" He goes, "Yes." I go, "Sir, thank you. And he booked it. They came to Gold's Gym. They filmed me there working out. It was amazing to me.
That was the one where you're doing like the dumbbell curl, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I got that one. Yeah.
And that's what was so amazing. Listen, I did so many things in my life. I am so grateful and blessed that I accomplished all these things. I came here. I never thought I would do commercials or get on TV, host shows. When ESPN had bodybuilding shows, I would host them with people. And it's like, I got a 4-page resume, bro, that blows my mind. In today's world, companies that talk to me, they don't even want to see my resume, how many followers you have.
Yeah, I know, right?
Bro.
I know, it's a different world.
It's a different world. And I know so many people who bought fake followers because I had dozens of companies inbox me and say, for 300 to 500, I'll get you 3 million followers. And I was like, I know some guys who did buy it. And I know guys who got 4 million, 8 million, and sometimes they get 250 likes. And when I look at that, I shake my head. I go, wait a minute. You got 4 million followers.
Yeah.
You got 250 likes. That doesn't matter. So Listen, I got almost 9,000 followers on Instagram, but I'm getting almost 500,000 views.
Mm-hmm.
Blowing my mind.
Wow.
Got 493,000 views. I only have almost 9,000 followers. So for me, somehow, I don't even know what I'm doing because I'm not a marketing specialist here.
Yeah.
I must be doing something right because for some reason, I'm getting so many people, looking at my stuff.
Yeah.
So at my age, bro, I never had to market myself in my life. And that's what's a little challenging for me. It's like every day people tell me, you got to post this and post this every day, 2-3 times a day.
Yeah. No.
I'm not into it, bro.
Different language.
Yeah.
So when you went to California, when I read your book, Rick, I know you competed before. I remember seeing pictures of you like in those early days in the 80s. But I didn't know that your goal really was you wanted to be a professional bodybuilder. You wanted to be
absolutely. I was challenging myself to see if I could ever win the Mr. Olympia.
Yeah.
And I won it. I took second. I won the light heavyweight in Mr. Los Angeles, took second in the Mr. California.
Uh-huh.
And then, I entered this other show and I took second and I was pissed off. And the next day I booked a commercial. I talk about this in my book. And we were shooting the commercial with one of the most famous guys, Joe Pitka, the most famous commercial director in the world.
Yeah.
He did over 600, I think he did over 6,500 commercials.
Wow.
He's the most famous commercial director in the world. And we became friends. I did dozens.
Is he still working in the industry, Rick?
Yes, he is.
Wow.
I think he's 85 years old.
Yeah, wow.
We still talk. I gave him my book. He said he loved it.
Oh, wow. You talk about him a lot in the book.
I talked about him a lot, bro. And I gave him so much love and respect because I'm trying to tell this new generation to understand the friendships you develop in your life are so great, man, because you'd be shocked at what some of them would do for you and what you would do for them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Joe Pitka did so much for me, bro. When I tore my pec, I woke up after surgery. He was in the hospital. He was sitting there. I woke up. He goes, Rick, it's me, Joe Pitka. I go, what are you doing here? He goes, I heard about what happened to you, bro, and I'm really sorry, but I want you to know you're going to be fine, man. You're going to be good because sometimes when something happens to you, you learn how to move forward.
Right.
And I talk about him in my book so much, bro. He's still a great friend of my life. And
that's awesome. He's still around. You guys are still in touch.
God bless him.
Yeah.
Most talented freaking guy I've ever met. And he did so many commercials for Super Bowls.
Yeah, I was amazed when I read that. I know.
Oh, God.
Even if he did one commercial for, he did tons of them.
Tons of them.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about when you write a book about your life. It's not just about you. Give respect to the friendships you develop with people.
Oh, yeah.
And talk about them, how amazing they are. Give them love and respect.
Absolutely.
And that's what I did in my book to so many people. Ray Liotta, Jimmy Kahn.
Yeah.
Ray Liotta, I let him read the first chapter of my book, and he said the same thing. He goes, man, I read that first chapter. It made me cry, bro. Oh, man. I go, listen, we were walking to the cars out of Gold's Gym. And I said, Ray, I would love for you to do the audiobook with me. And he goes, really? Why? I go, why?
You're Ray Liotta.
Famous and your voice. Everybody knows your voice.
Right, yeah.
He goes, okay, I'll do it. And unfortunately, bro, he was working on a movie and he passed away 2 weeks later.
So you were writing this book before Jimmy Kahn and Ray Liotta passed away. Yeah. Yes,
exactly. And that's why I had to mention them.
Yeah.
Because when you leave this earth, hardly anybody will mention your name.
Right.
I mean, Jimmy Kahn, are you kidding me? He was so talented.
Oh, yeah.
And incredible. We used to go to boxing matches. We would go to Vegas. Oh,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that part of the book where he signed the picture for your dad. And your dad goes, Sonny from The Godfather, give me a picture. Holy shit.
My father framed two of them.
Yeah.
Jimmy gave it to him, and it was amazing. My father was so happy. He framed him and put him in the St. Sebastian Italian Club.
Yeah, in the Italian Club. Okay.
Wow.
So when you were in California and you're competing, and you're trying to be a pro. I know you had a lot of modeling in the commercials. Of course, body shaping. We'll talk about that. But it was more, the concern more was the bodybuilding career, right? And then that kind of changed. What happened? Changed that to pec tear?
Well, what changed is, bro, I started booking all these other things because Derek Barton created his agency in Gold's Gym.
Okay.
Casting calls were in Gold's Gym. That's what was so incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, he had commercial calls, movies, magazine covers. I booked the Van Halen 5150 album cover.
Yeah.
The casting call was in Gold's Gym. That's why I'm telling you, I am so fucking grateful. All those incredible things I did.
Yeah.
And Derek was amazing. I mean, he did so much for Gold's Gym, man. And all the people that worked there too, worked out there. He got us doing so many things.
Mm-hmm.
So many.
What motivated Golds to start that talent agency, like in the gym? Is it just that they were getting phone calls all the time from commercials or movies saying we need a bodybuilder?
Well, they hired Derek because they wanted him to help market Gold's Gym.
Oh, okay.
And that's when he created this thing. And all these calls would come for movies and, like I said, commercials. And I also booked the ESPN show, Body Shaping. The casting call was in Gold's Gym.
Wow.
I'm telling you, man, when I think about it, the 80s and 90s would blow your mind at Gold's Gym.
Well, I did an interview with Bill Grant, and he was telling me how he was on the Cher show and stuff. And, I started bodybuilding in the late 70s, so I was around right when I saw a change in the public consciousness, where the public and the media especially, they were kind of fascinated with bodybuilding. Now, this was before they knew about steroids. So they didn't have all those myths about all these guys are just a bunch of drug freaks and stuff. They were really fascinated with the physiques these guys had and became mainstream for a while.
I agree.
Bodybuilders were on TV shows all the time, and they would sign book deals with publishing companies, and they would be in the bookstore. I mean, it was amazing.
It really was amazing. And what was amazing back then, bodybuilding was like art. And to watch these guys guest pose or even pose, it was so fun to watch. Now in today's world, bro, it's different. I mean, I watched it, Mr. Olympia. God bless this new generation. I understand, but none of them were really into posing or had routines.
No, that's my big pet peeve too. Yeah,
I understand we all have our own opinion, but a lot of the guys looked like they were guest posing. They didn't peak and look shredded.
Right.
And I understand everybody has their own opinion, so I'm not putting them down. I'm just saying, and I talk about this in my book, back in the days in the 80s and 90s when we were getting ready for shows, we would do 200 to 300 milligrams of test, a week for 2-3 months, and then get off it and wait 4 or 5 months till the next contest.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're doing 3,000 milligrams and taking growth hormone and all these other drugs that I don't even know.
Yeah,
and that's why their stomachs are growing because all their things are growing. Their legs are huge, but they're not ripped and cut up. Yeah. I understand it's different now. And like I say, God bless them. They could do whatever they want. I'm just saying, back in the day when bodybuilding was like art, so many people loved to watch it.
Yeah.
It was even on ESPN.
Yeah.
I would host some of the bodybuilding shows on ESPN.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They were always on TV. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. It was a different look. I mean, it was, that was a long time ago, but the bodybuilders were almost considered like movie stars. They looked like Greek gods. I
agree.
Yeah,
and it was so incredible. It motivated so many people. It motivated us.
Oh yeah, it motivated me for sure. Yeah, everybody wanted to look like Arnold in Pumping Iron.
Yeah, Arnold had an incredible body.
Yeah,
I mean, we could name so many guys. Samir.
Yeah.
He used to have a back pose.
Yeah. Still one of the best ever.
Oh, we're still best friends, man. I've known him for 40 years.
Samir?
He's in great shape right now.
I know. Yeah, I know him too. I do a podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And we talk about the new generation too. He believes the same thing we believe.
Yeah. We talk about posing all the time too. It's like, I just wish these guys would put more into it,
Sometimes when him and I are in the gym This new generation doesn't even know who we are.
No,
How can you not know who
Mr. Olympia. Right. I know. So you go to, you're in California, you're training for these competitions, and then you tore your pec, which was a life-changing experience.
500, yeah.
But you were always like strong on the bench, Rick, right?
I was strong. Yeah, I was always blessed and really strong, but I talk about this in my book when I was shooting one of the commercials with Joe Pitka in Venice.
Yeah.
It was an amazing commercial with all these superstars. And when they would take breaks, we'd be right there at the workout place outside. And one of the kids who were working out there was like challenging us to bench more than 315. Like an idiot, I benched reps with 405. I didn't warm up enough. And like the next day, I was training chest in Gold's Gym. And I was.
Oh, the day after you're doing this video shoot, when you're showing off, that the next day you go to train chest at Gold's Gym. Okay.
And that's, I did 10 reps with 405. I felt really strong. And then, like a crazy guy, I tried to bench 500. And as soon as I locked it off the thing, everything locked up. And when I came down, it just ripped completely.
Yeah.
You could hear. And then Lyle Alcedo came over, picked up the bench, picked me up, said, I'll take you to the hospital.
Yeah.
He took me, and I talk about this in my book. The hospital wouldn't touch me. I was 25 years old. I didn't have insurance. So it pissed off Lyle so much. He took me to the Raiders surgery guy, the best one.
Yeah.
The football player guy who took care of all the football players. And he did the surgery. It was his 3rd degree, man.
Yeah, it was a terrible tear, right?
Yeah, it was a terrible tear. And I had to deal with it. And I talk about it in my book. I was so depressed because bodybuilding was my life. And when I tore my pec with the 3rd degree, I knew it was over, because when they sewed it up, back then they put you in a sling.
Yeah.
You had to keep the sling on for weeks.
Yeah.
I talk about it in my book. I would walk down the streets trying to get food. And I told you, I ran into this kid who had his arms cut off and his legs cut off.
Yeah.
And he saw me. He goes, "Sir, what happened to you?" Go, "What happened to me?" I said, "I tore my pec. What happened to you?" He goes, "Oh, I was born this way." And this kid motivated me because he seemed so happy. And it amazed me that here's a guy, he was probably around maybe 28 years old back then. And he was so happy. And his arms were cut. He was born that way.
Right.
And he inspired me so much that I had to stop acting like I was so depressed. And this is why I talk about we have to train our mind.
Yeah.
We really do, because your thoughts create your feelings, and your feelings create your actions.
Yeah.
So that's why so many people are pissed off in the world today.
Yeah.
They don't understand you got to train your mind. Every day you wake up, just thank God you got another day.
Yeah.
Try to do what makes you happy, okay? Because we all need this earth, bro. Every time you're born, it's a gift, but you have to understand you're never going to live forever. Learn that when you get older. Because you lose friends, you lose family members.
Yeah.
And that's when this kid helped me. So I gave him $100. It blew his mind. He goes, "Why?" I go, "Why? You just saved me, bro." He goes, "Really?" I go, "Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you."
Yeah.
It's really an amazing thing. So this is why I talk about things like this in my book. I want the new generation and even older guys to understand. Try to find whatever makes you happy. Try to find a new passion.
Yeah.
Because we all need to find new things to do as we get older.
Yeah.
I was doing puzzles, 1,000-piece puzzles. I did 25 of them. I was so into it. It was motivating me to do it. And I would put them back in the box, and I would give them away in Gold's Gym to all these people who said, "I'll do it." Not one of them did it.
Yeah.
Puzzles are challenging, but I enjoy it. I love to be challenged by myself. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So after the pec tear, you realized, the bodybuilding thing was over. So then that's when you really started marketing yourself in commercials. And like you said, you did the Van Halen album cover. Yeah.
Well, I did the Van Halen album cover before I tore my pec.
Oh, you did? Okay.
It was in 1986, and I tore my pec in 1987.
Okay.
Then, like a year after my pec tear, I met Tanya Knight.
Yeah.
in Gold's Gym, and we just clicked.
Yeah.
She moved in with me. We were living together for 2 years. We got engaged.
Yeah.
She was beautiful, and what an amazing girl. I got her into all kinds of magazine stuff. I got her into covers. And unfortunately, I was 31. She was 21. And girls in the gym wanted to take her to clubs, and they did. And started getting her to take some drugs. And
oh, really?
every day, she wanted to get her own apartment. I was so depressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, she gave me the engagement ring. I gave her back.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a great part of the book too, because I remember Tanya, and I remember you guys were a great couple together. Yeah.
Oh, man. And you know, when I called her and said, "Is it okay if I put you in my book?" And she said, "Rick, I want to marry you now." And I laughed. I go, "Really?" She goes, "No, shit, I'm not kidding around." She goes, "Rick, I want to marry you now."
Wow.
I said, "Wow, that's amazing." She said, "Listen, can I write you a letter that I think we could talk about what we could put in the book?" I said, "Okay." And I put the letter in the book.
I remember, yeah.
And then unfortunately, a few months after that, she died.
Yeah, that was
It
tragic.
broke my heart, man.
Yeah, I was so sad to see that.
Oh, she was so talented, man.
Yeah, beautiful girl.
She
So
really,
popular too. Like in the beginning stages of women's bodybuilding, she was right up there with Corey, you know?
yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
How long did she suffer for, Rick? I mean, how long did she have cancer? Was it a
She
quick
had,
thing, or she had
she had it for a few years, bro.
Yeah, that's what I
But
thought.
no one really knows all the facts because she kept it private,
Yeah.
which I understand. I'm not the kind of guy, if I have anything, I'm not going to post it online either.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so she kept it private.
Mm-hmm.
It was just sad because she died young.
Oh yeah, really young. Yeah.
Yeah, in her 50s. I think she was 52.
Yeah, that was terrible. I remember when it happened a couple of years ago. I mean, I think the whole bodybuilding community was sad. Anybody that knew her remembered her. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did you get the body shaping? Talk about that. You said the audition was at Gold's Gym, right?
Well, here's the crazy thing about the body shaping cast and the whole thing. This girl who won Miss Olympia, I don't want to say her name, but she trashed, the girl I was engaged to.
Tanya. Yeah.
Trashed Tanya. And she got her so unhappy that I went off. I couldn't find her phone number. So I got the number of this guy who was managing her, and I called him up. And I said, why the hell would she do all these things? And she got Tanya suspended. I couldn't believe it. Because to me, she was jealous of her. So when I talked to her manager guy who was managing her, I said, hey, you know what? Fuck you and her, and fuck the horse she rode in on. I hung up on her. Well, a few months later, the casting call was in Gold's Gym. I go into the room. I give the guy my picture, my resume. He goes, oh, Rick Valente. He goes, you don't remember me, do you? I go, no. He goes, well, the last time I talked to you, you said, fuck you and the horse you rode in on. I go, oh, my God. I go, sir, I'm sorry. I'll walk out. He goes, no, stay. I want to see you. He hired me.
Wow, that's crazy.
I couldn't believe he did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he was amazing. John, he was amazing.
Yeah.
And we shot for almost 10 years.
Wow, that's not, and you were
Body Shaping was getting 3 million viewers a day.
Wow.
We were the most successful fitness show in the world.
Yeah. Was that show on every day, Rick?
It was on every day, bro.
5 days
The
a week?
first 5 years, it was on twice a day.
Really? Wow.
It was blowing my mind.
And you were on it from the very beginning all the way to the end, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You were one of the few because the original cast didn't stay. Yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty amazing. And all the beautiful girls to work with.
Oh yeah. I remember watching it. I was like, wow, you're in Hawaii with all these beautiful girls out on the beach. Crazy.
But see, what people don't understand is we would do 4 to 5 shows per day.
How many? 4 to 5 shows? Okay.
75 to 100 shows in a row.
Wow.
Then, it was hard to do that, bro.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
See, we would go into Hawaii in July because the hotels weren't booked because it was hot. But you have to understand, we were in the sun from 6, 7 in the morning till 6 at night. 6 days a week. We would get Sunday off.
Yeah.
Wow. It was challenging to do 4 or 5 shows in one day.
How many hours were you shooting in a day? 6, 7, like 12 hours a day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
It was a lot of work, but what was amazing is back then we didn't have the cell phones and all this stuff online.
Yeah.
So we would get letters from all these different people
Yeah.
who were on the show and wanted us to help them. And see, that's what motivated us all. We had to get certified every year, about working out and all the things you learn about the body. And it was so incredible for us, all of us, to try to help so many different people. Some people were skinny, wanted to gain weight. Some people were overweight, wanted to get leaner. Some people were in wheelchairs. Some people were unhealthy. We tried to help them out as best we could. And that's what made the show so incredible, because not only did the girls look incredible in bikinis, don't get me wrong, but we kept trying to explain how you can work out, how you can stretch, how you can eat, how you can do cardio. Because in my opinion, working out, eating correctly, and doing some kind of cardio, for me, I think that's really good for your body. And everybody's different. So you could do different types of cardio, whatever works for you.
Yeah.
I'm doing 10,000 steps a day. That works for me.
Yeah.
And whenever I work out, I get on the treadmill right after my workout for 1 hour.
Wow. Okay.
And by the end of the day, I have 10,000 steps. So for me, that works for me.
Yeah.
My heart and my lungs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So talk about the format of the body shaping shows, Rick, for those who never saw it. How many people were on the show, and what would a typical show show? What would you guys didn't just work out with weights, it was other things too, right?
No, there was cardio, there was all kinds of things. They could do different ways to, back then, all the different steps you could do.
Yeah, like the aerobic classes.
Girls training, how to lift weights, use machines.
Yeah.
And I tried to explain to everybody how to stretch in between whatever body part you're training.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't understand that for some reason, because I don't see anybody stretching in between sets in the gym.
Yeah.
I had an arm workout today. My arms blew up because for me, what works for me, everybody's different. I do 50 reps.
Yeah.
And it blows my arm. And in between my sets, I flex. And the more I do that, my arms just blow up.
Yeah. You still got the same arms now that you had in the 80s, right?
It's ridiculous, bro. I can't believe at my age, my arms, they don't always look that big. But when I work them out,
your triceps are insane.
And I flex in between sets. And I don't know anybody flexing when they train arms. I know back in the 80s,
Yeah.
because I trained there, the best bodybuilders in the world would tell me, do this, do that. There were so many things I was learning.
Yeah.
And I all had different opinions, but I tried all these different things, because then you learn what works for you. So when
how long were the shows, the body shaping shows? Were they 30 minutes?
Yes.
30 minutes, okay.
Yeah. Well, then there would be a few commercials. So I think it was 7 minutes. Yeah. It was fun, man. I tell you, being on TV, it changed my life too, because back then, wherever I went around the world, people, I see you on Bosch.
So how long were you guys in Hawaii? How many months did you have to shoot before you were able to go home?
Well, we would shoot twice a year, and we would be in there for about 6 to 8 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
6 to 8 weeks, twice a year, but you were doing like 12-hour days.
Yes.
Okay. Logging all these shows in, and then they were.
It was a lot of work, but it was working for all of us because we challenged ourselves to do it. Yeah.
It's a shame there's not something like that anymore on TV.
I don't understand it.
Basis,
I don't understand it.
Yeah.
It would be so entertaining to watch, but also learn.
Yeah.
This whole world can learn how to do different workouts, different cardio, how to stretch, how to do these things. There is so many different ways to work out. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Whether you're a power lifter, whether you're a bodybuilder, whether you're an athlete, a football player, a basketball player, there's all these different workouts.
Yeah.
It would be fascinating to watch that.
What years were those, Rick, from when you started till it ended?
I believe we started in 1990.
Okay.
And we shot until 1999.
Okay.
Yeah. It was.
What was the public perception of bodybuilding back then? From 1990 to 1999.
Well, it still was pretty good because they weren't that huge where they are. I mean, a lot of them got bigger because what? Lee Haney?
Yeah.
He was huge. He had a great art.
Yeah.
It still looked like art.
But I mean, how did the general public perceive you on the show? Because you were really like the only bodybuilder, right? Because the other guys.
Yeah, true. I mean, they liked me because I wasn't really huge.
Yeah.
But I was pretty cut and I had some shape.
Yeah, you were definitely a bodybuilder. Yeah, you definitely.
And I think that's what people liked, where you had nice shape, but you look good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just seems the public perception of bodybuilding back then it just seems this whole steroid issue now is like whenever anybody sees anybody with muscles, it's the first thing the general public says, you know.
And that's what's challenging in today's world, because no matter what you post, somebody's going to say something negative about you.
Yeah.
Whenever I show a thing, somebody will say, "Oh, yeah, you're still doing a ton of drugs."
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Right.
No.
All the know-it-alls out there.
They really do, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I used to weigh 240. I'm 205.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame that's because it seems like in today's world, there's way more people working out now. Like working out, going to a gym is normal. You know, it's like, you know, when we started bodybuilding back in the 70s, it was a cult sport. You know, there was just serious people, powerlifters, bodybuilders in the gyms. I know the gyms I went to, there was no regular people in there and there was no women in there. It was just really serious trainers. But now it's open to everybody, which is great. But I think people need a show like Body Shaping. They need something with instruction because I think a lot of people don't really know what to do.
I agree. I think it would be fascinating for this to see that.
Yeah.
It would be cool to watch. Not only would it be fun to watch, but you learn things.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
You learn all these different things like I talked about. I mean, eating, we could talk about all these different ways you can eat.
Yeah.
All these different ways you could stretch.
Yeah.
And all the different ways you could do cardio. And then different ways you can use dumbbells or machines.
Yeah.
I mean, there is so many different ways to work out.
Yeah. Yeah. Talk a little bit about Gold's Gym, because you were there during the golden age. You really got a rare opportunity to live there, you know, live during that time period and be there when it was really amazing.
It really was truly amazing because, like I said, when you walked in, it would just blow your mind because the best bodybuilders in the world were there. And, you know, you're seeing Tom Platz, Lou Ferrigno, you know, and it was like their bodies were amazing. Samir, you'd see Samir like,
yeah.
I can go on and on and on. I can't even tell you how many guys were there. And there were girls there too.
Oh, yeah. That's when women's bodybuilding was just starting. And yeah. Well, I'll see these videos on YouTube and I love watching them because it shows, I think somebody had a camcorder or something. They were just going around the gym, just showing people working out. And it was just beautiful at that time. You know, the atmosphere was amazing.
When you watch the girls work out, they're training so hard, doing reps, force reps. Now, I don't see that at all.
No, everybody's feeding off everybody back then. And I don't see that either.
No.
Well, you know, we talk about the phones and everybody's in their own world. You know, they're in their phones and they're not feeding off of the energy from everybody else, you know.
I read articles about doctors who say we all have to be careful because if you keep looking at your phone all day, you're messing your neck up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And not only that, it takes you away from your workout when all you're thinking about is how to videotape everything you're doing.
Yeah, that's another.
So you're not really even thinking about challenging yourself to do a workout.
Right.
Thinking, how do I videotape? How do I look? I understand. Listen, I get it. It's a new the world is now. Everything is social media. I get it. I understand it. It's just challenging because a lot of the people don't know how to talk to people anymore.
Right, right. Well, that's what I remember about like the first gym I went to when I was a teenager was everybody knew everybody. Everybody knew each other's names. You know, I'd walk up and two guys would be on the bench. You want to work in? Then you work in, you meet these guys. You know, everybody knew everybody. And there was an atmosphere there. And, you know, obviously there's no phones. So everybody would talk to everybody, or bullshit, you know, give each other shit. You know, it was like great. It was like such great camaraderie and such a great atmosphere.
It was so much fun to work out with all these different people and you'd start competing against each other.
Yeah.
You'd have a great workout.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, it's hard to even train with anybody in the gym because they don't want to train with you because they're videotaping.
No, they're in their own world. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's what makes a great gym is the atmosphere, you know.
I agree.
And the thing that makes the atmosphere is the members.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how is Gold's now? Like when did Gold start to change, Rick? Because you know, when did like all the top guys stop going there and stuff?
Yeah, it was challenging, bro, because
Because it seemed like back then everybody went to California, you know, and if you didn't live in California, you had to go visit there, you know, you had to go to the Mecca. Just and it was so exciting just to walk into Gold's. There was such energy, you know.
it was magic, bro. It was
Yeah.
magic. The music was incredible then. Now it's different. And
Yeah, they just turned on the stereo, right? They were just turning on whatever rock station was on.
I don't know what kind of music it is. I don't even know half the songs. It is what it is. And they say they can't change it because the people running it are the guys who own it, I guess, from Germany.
Yeah.
Because Rainer developed a friendship with me. Rainer was an incredible guy.
He was the guy who bought it.
He always wanted to talk about the history and all kinds of things about Gold's Gym, and
Yeah.
he would always have lunch with me. He was so friendly and cool, and I talk about him in the book.
Yeah.
And then unfortunately, he was flying a plane to a vacation with his girl and 2 kids. And the plane blew up.
Wow.
He died.
Yeah.
So the people who were working for him asked me if I would host, honoring him
Yeah.
for his death, and we put a beautiful picture of him up on the wall. And we
Yeah,
did.
you talked about that in the
A
book.
lot of us were crying, talking about him because he was such a nice guy.
Was that shortly after he bought the gym, Rick? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah. I
I
think
didn't know until I read your book that he was really into the history of bodybuilding and he wanted to do something with all that.
he
Yeah.
did. He was an incredible guy, man. We developed a great friendship. It broke my heart. He died so young.
Yeah, I wonder what he would have done with Golds if he would have stayed
I
alive.
think it would have been, it's different now, bro. And I understand.
Yeah.
Whoever's running it now, I don't know if it's his brother or I don't even know who's running it, but it's
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
And like I said, not only that, there's hardly any real celebrities there, bro.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
new generation.
Yeah. Do you think that's because people aren't into working out like they were in the 80s and 90s, or?
I don't think they're into the bodybuilding anymore because over the last 8 years, they haven't put up any of the Mr. or Miss Olympias.
Oh,
pictures
really?
of.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
And I talk about this too. When Joe Gold died, it broke our heart. And I went to the World Gym because I saw a bunch of people with trucks getting all the equipment that he made.
Yeah.
So I went in there and, what are you guys doing with this equipment? They said, oh, we're throwing it away. I said, no. Joe made these. You don't throw it away. I took the beautiful dumbbells he made with the rack. I took some of the machines in a truck that he made.
Yeah.
And I brought him to the gym. I gave him the equipment. I gave him everything.
Wow.
21 years ago. It's been in the fucking back.
Are you kidding?
And
you gave him the original Gold's Gym equipment they put in the back.
they put it in a back, like a big, what do you call it?
Storage.
It's not a garage. It's not a garage. It's an area where they stack all things.
Yeah.
But it's outside. It's covered. But
Okay.
the weather, the rain and the weather has destroyed them.
Mm.
I don't understand it
Yeah.
because I would have a painting of Joe Gold on the wall with the equipment he made. People
Yeah.
freak out.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
Yeah. He made all his
I
own
gave-
original equipment and he made it for bodybuilders. So that's why it was so good. Yeah.
Yes. I gave it to him 21 years ago.
Crazy.
I know.
Well,
It
Arnold
was-
still works out at Gold's though. He still
He
goes there.
comes in the morning. He comes in the early morning about 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Here until 11.
Do you know Arnold pretty good?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, he gave me an honor. I was on one of his shows and one of his bodybuilding contests.
Mm-hmm.
I got an award, which was great. But I
Okay.
don't see him that often.
Okay.
Listen, he's got an incredible physique. There's no question about that. But he loves to talk to women,
Yeah.
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 Every now and then when I
kind of
see,
cool. He still goes there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, back in the 80s and 90s, girls would come up, hug you, kiss you, work out with you, go to lunch with you.
Yeah.
Now, if I smile at a girl,
Yeah.
give me this dirty look, like,
Right. Well, I tell people today that, back in the 80s, I remember like competing and whoever they had as a trophy girl would give you the trophy and kiss you on the mouth.
no,
No way. I'm like, I'm
yes,
serious. And I remember being a trophy presenter, kissing every girl in the mouth. It was the way it was back then. It was
I know.
a different
But
world.
we were lucky we grew up when we did, bro,
Yeah,
because it was an amazing time. The
it was. Yeah,
energy,
things have
the
changed
way,
so much.
the way people treated each other, it was so amazing.
Yeah.
I
The
really,
world is definitely different.
and I understand that because the world seems so upside down. I don't even know what to believe. I don't know what to understand.
Hmm.
So I try to stay in my little bubble and I do whatever makes me happy.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I challenge myself every day. I wake up, thank you, God, I got another day. I
Yeah.
have pictures of my parents on the wall. I talk to them every morning.
Oh, that's nice.
Talk to my brother. And
Yeah.
then I challenge myself to go to the gym, have a great workout, do the cardio for an hour, and then go to the grocery store and spend $200 to buy some groceries.
Right. Would you feel after the book was over, Rick? How'd you feel about
Well, I'm
it's a
grateful.
really big book. You did a fantastic job with it.
Yeah, thank you, bro. I'm grateful I got it out. And
Yeah.
I'm really grateful that I've got almost 500 pictures in the book.
Yeah, I saw that.
When you really
Yeah.
tell a story about your life, having pictures in of whatever you're talking about makes it so much more entertaining, but more factual.
Yeah.
So when I talk about all these incredible people I developed friendships with,
Yeah. Yeah. All your friends, your
Gregory,
family, everybody's picture was in there.
Gregory Hines was amazing, man.
Yeah, I love Gregory Hines. He was always at all the Arnold Classic, all the Olympias.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Him and I developed this. I trained him, and I talk about it in my book. He
Yeah.
came to me in the early 80s one day, and he goes, Rick Valente, I'm a fan of yours. I go, really? I said, I'm a bigger fan of yours.
Yeah.
He goes, I want you to train me. How much would you charge me? This was in the early 80s. I go, how about $400? He goes, no. And I thought, wow, okay, that may. He goes, how about 75? So he gave me $75 to train him. Back then, that was good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we developed such a great friendship. He took me to all these things he was working on, doing. It was amazing, bro.
Yeah.
He died, broke my heart.
Yeah. You met so many celebrities, so many great people at Gold. So you trained with and trained them.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I mean, I was so lucky, bro. I'm so grateful I had this chapter of my life. And now at my age, bro, I want a new chapter of life.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I want to get out of California. I've been here 44 years.
Yeah.
Bro, it's different now.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody says
You know, I understand people love it, but you know what? The homeless, the prices,
yeah.
the crimes,
Yeah. Yeah.
you just, I don't know. I want to be around a little different energy. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Where do you think you might want to move to, Rick?
Right where you're living.
Florida? Yeah.
I don't know what part. I'm going to just go down and look around and shop
Mhm.
around. And we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I want to get into a nice gym.
Yeah.
Energy's nice. I don't know, bro. I got to find out.
Okay.
I'm grateful I'm alive. I just
If you ever
want
come to Tampa, we'll go to Powerhouse and
I just want
guys
a
there.
chapter of life. That's all.
Yeah.
I'm so blessed and grateful I'm alive.
Yeah.
So many of my friends passed away much younger than me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, and now I try to research all these bodybuilding guys who passed away this year.
Yeah.
Dozens and dozens of guys
Yeah.
in their 20s and 30s.
Oh, it's a shame how many are dying so young.
I feel sorry for them. And how could these coaches prescribe them so much drugs? I
Yeah.
don't understand how they think they need to take 3,000 a week.
Yeah, I'm not I don't really understand the steroid world, but I just wonder if, are the drugs different now? Are they, because are they black market, so they're not the same strength? Is that why they're taking so much higher dosages than they used to?
I don't know, bro. I have no idea. It's challenging to try to understand.
Yeah.
Like I said, you see their stomachs are as big as their
Yeah.
chest.
Yeah, right. I know. I see it all the time.
They're huge.
Yeah.
And there's not much of that shape like it was art, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I understand they can do whatever they want. We can't make them do anything. So,
Right.
you know, I mean, you still look amazing, bro. I saw you enter that show. You looked great. You were
Yeah.
right.
Thank you. Thanks.
You.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah.
So what do you think the next chapter is going to be, Rick, for you?
You know, bro, I just want to be free to do whatever makes me happy. So, you know me, I cook all my food. I go to the gym. I come home. I watch sports. That's happy for me.
Okay.
You know? And if I develop some friendships down there where we could laugh, talk, and do things that make us laugh. I like to go to car shows. I like to go to motorcycle shops. This is why I'm in Bartell's here. I talk about them in my book. I've been friends with these guys for 35 years. I bought 5-6 motorcycles here.
Oh, really? Wow.
They take care of me. Bartell's is amazing.
Yeah.
You come in here, there's so many fucking Harleys here.
What part of California is that?
It's right on Lincoln, right in the marina.
Okay.
Yeah, marina. It's amazing, bro. If you ever check it out, it's in my book.
Yeah. I remember you talking about buying the Harleys there. Yeah.
Yeah, these guys are amazing. And when I was going to drive on the freeway to go to my house to do the interview with you, the freeway was a parking lot. So I called up Ron, who's the son, his father all made this. And, his son Ron and his other brothers have been working here for years.
Yeah.
He said, well, Rick, just go to Bartell's. I said, is that okay? He goes, yeah, go to Bartell's. Do it there. Here I am.
Yeah. Well, Rick, congratulations on the book. Here it is again, My Life's Ride. It's available on Amazon, of course, or wherever you buy your books. And I really recommend it. It was a great trip down memory lane. A lot of great memories of the golden age of bodybuilding.
Thank you so much for helping me market my book, bro.
Absolutely.
Because I'm not a great marketer, so I really appreciate you taking the time.
Absolutely, Rick. Anytime.
Thank you very much, bro.
We'll have you on the show again. It's always good hearing from you and getting your stories,
Yeah. When I come down there, I'll try to find you, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. Reach out to me for sure. I'd love to show you around.
All right, man. Thank you.
All right, Rick. Thank you, buddy. Great job on the book, and we'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bro.
All right, thanks, Rick. Take care.